And my thing is, if you tell a person, I don't want no kids before even laying with them, y'all would take the necessary steps not to have kids. What's up, everybody? It's your girl B Octavia, and I am back to discuss a viral video. This viral video is of a man who has 7 children, all by different women, and he's made several revelations about how he does not want to be a father, and he doesn't want to be responsible or held responsible in any type of way in regards to these children or to these women. So I'm going to break down the video. I'll play a few seconds of it, but some people who go viral, they try to copyright their viral video. Listen, it's a lot that goes on behind the scenes. The Gorilla Glue lady, she even put a copyright claim on my video talking about her just because I played her Instagram live for like a few seconds. So YouTube is getting grimy, people. But I'm not gonna put words in his mouth. I'm just going to simply break down what it is that he said. Even having 7 baby mamas, it says a lot about you without you even saying anything. The fact that you have 7 children with 7 different women coming from 7 different households and backgrounds is a mess. And it's a mess that you created.
I tell them I was being irresponsible, yet not wearing protection. But I always tell these women that I got pregnant that I do not want to be a father to these children. And
did you tell them before or after they found out that they was pregnant that you didn't want to be a father? Because in your actions, it shows that you didn't care either way. Not using protection with one woman, that's one woman, right? Not using protection with all of these different, like, you are walking STD. You are a walking, like, oh my God. And I don't even want to know how old the kids are, because that would really, like, you probably wouldn't even have to do the math. They probably all 2 years apart. His life is in shambles. If you are telling your story, there's nothing wrong with telling your story. But can you start it off by saying my life is in shambles? Because that's what it is. You're stressed out over a mess that you created. Now, one thing that I will say is, I appreciate him at least saying that he doesn't want to be a father. So many men show it in their actions. They show it by keeping distance and not helping in any way, not financially, not having your presence, you know, your child having your presence. And they never say, I don't want to be a father. But this one said it. This one said it, so that's all I'll give him. But that doesn't mean you're getting off scot-free. The action of not wearing protection and having a weak pullout, because 7 kids says that too, without you even saying anything. It speaks for itself. Now, of course, we do have to put some accountability on these women, especially once he had so many kids. It's like he's a walking red flag. He's a person that would come out and say exactly how they feel to any girlfriend, to any sexual partner, about his baby mothers, about his kids, all that. So for some of them, it has to be accountability to the point where You should have saw this coming for you and for your situation, right? But that still doesn't mean that he gets off scot-free or scot-free. Doesn't mean it. We're just putting accountability where it needs to be so everybody can heal. But as we can see, he's going to be the last one. He is going to be the last samurai, or whatever the fuck the word is. He's going to be the last person in this whole situation to heal because he is so damaged. Now, he did bring up something where he said, you know, I would offer to pay for the abortion, and some of them would spend the money on this, that, and the fourth. He would pay for a $50 pill, and they would supposedly take it or just take the money and spend the money. I honestly feel like if that keeps happening to you, it's because of the women that you're choosing. What parts of town are these women from? All of those things matter. Because if you in the trenches with it and you fucking with Keisha, Ranisha, you fucking with X, Y, and Z, what you think in this society and culture? I mean, this shit been happening for decades where a guy could say, yeah, I don't want the kid. He'll go to abortion money, and a woman will spend it. And she'll raise that child up herself. This has happened. But does that mean that you don't get put on child support by... I mean, it's going to be majority rules. It's inevitable. If you have this type of energy, you are going to be forever on child support. You're going to be on child support for as long as it takes for all of them to turn 18. That's what it's going to be. I want to know how many times you had sex with these girls. Because you don't seem like a one and done type of guy. You seem like the type to get it as long as you can. And then when she get pregnant and y'all fall out, that's when you on to the next one. You're damaged. You're damaged goods. What I would say is, if I'm in the position that those women are in, I wouldn't even try with the motherfucker. Because it is your body. You can do with it what you want. If you choose to keep it versus if you don't, based on your beliefs and how you feel, that's you. But don't think that that means that you don't hold him accountable in the ways that you can. It's just as simple as that. At least know enough about him so that you can take those necessary steps, because depending on the scenario, motherfuckers could meet at a party. Motherfuckers could be like a, just met you type of thing and don't really even know too much about you. And that's supposed to be accountability on both parts. You feel me? But it's no way to come to a common ground with somebody who has made up their mind. And my thing is, if you tell a person, I don't want no kids, before even laying with them, y'all would take the necessary steps not to have kids. You got to make sure that the one that you trying to smash is on birth control. And you got to make sure that you have condoms. And then you can still do the plan B and whatever and what have you, and take the necessary steps. But if you take no steps at all, and you're just freeballing it in everybody, you're dunking, you're alley-ooping, you're doing all of these things, you can't turn around and say, I don't want to be a father. You're going to be accountable. You're going to be held responsible. You don't necessarily even have to. With me, it's like, I'm not going to force you to be the father role or the father role model, even though you are biologically the father, because A bitter man will raise bitter kids. A bitter man will raise some really, how do you put this? A bitter man will raise daughters that don't respect men. A bitter man will raise young men to not respect young women. A lot goes into that. So you not being involved could be a huge blessing for all of those kids. But you gonna pay. You gonna pay. And I wouldn't even stress about it. Because God is gonna deal with that type of shit. I had to come to terms with a lot of things so that I could really move on in my own situation. It's not easy. It takes time, but it can be done. And these are the type of people that once they get older, say you need a kidney. You got 7 kids that you can't ask for a healthy kidney. Say you need a place to stay after your womanizer shit has run dry. You have 7 kids that you can't ask. Cause they ain't never even had your number probably to ask you for anything. Money for the school trip or nothing. He's the type that will get sick and need and want relationships with all of the kids that he threw away when they was young. And some of them, they're brought up correctly and they still want to rekindle something that you destroyed early on. And I commend young adults for doing that because I'm not that type of person. If I knew that my father said fuck me and that he didn't want to be a father to me, we can have a conversation. But it'll never be what you're hoping for. Because the reality is the kids is going to wait a lot longer. They're going to yearn for that. They're going to need that. They're going to want somebody to talk to. Advice. And they can't come to you. So don't be butthurt if some of them shoot you down. Because 9 times out of 10, it's always a handful, a few that have those good hearts to the point where they can forgive. But I can't. I really can't. If I know that you made that decision, I'm going to make a decision when I'm older. Because around the age that, say, okay, when he's 26 or however old the fuck he is, right? And he's making these decisions. When I'm 26, I'm making the same decisions. I'm making decisions that I want to make. Because that's what you did. It's all fair. And it's going to be a time where he's really going to feel it. And it's going to come back on him and he's not going to like it. Don't destroy a relationship that didn't even bloom. Don't destroy relationships that didn't even bloom. Because you're going to need them before they need you. You're going to need them. In the long run, you're going to need them. And they're not going to need you. I would use the term deadbeat. I would use that. But that's too easy. Another word, a more important word is disgraceful. And Lord, the higher up is not going to have any sympathy or mercy on you in any aspect of your life. I mean, my life got significantly better overall once I really had everything under control as far as being a parent. getting on a schedule, staying on a schedule, making sure that we do fun things, making sure that we have talks. It goes a long way for kids. And especially with your presence. But if you're going to be bitter, and if your energy is, I don't want to be there, so I'm not going to be there. I feel sorry that you think like that, but 9 times out of 10, his father made the same decision. He has to be getting that type of selfishness from somewhere. And I'm glad I don't know him. I'm glad I don't know nobody that do know him. I'm glad we ain't in the same city. I don't want to, nope. Every woman should steer clear of this man. Because he's extremely fertile. I'm going to put a poster together. He is extremely fertile. He moves on with the speed of light. He drops seeds with the speed of sound. He's worse than, he's like an evil Flash. You know what I mean? He just won't stop. So steer clear of that man. He does not date. He just has sex. Okay. Who knows if he has a job or not? Because, I mean, making 7 kids, you're pretty busy doing that. With 7 different women. So you're pretty busy doing that. And I pray for all of the women that's in this messy situation. Like I said, you know, accountability has to be on both parts. And while he is being honest, that doesn't mean that in some way, shape, or form, he is not going to be held responsible. Keep your distance with your bitter ass. You know, you bitter because of the decisions that you chose. It makes no damn sense. You bitter as hell, you're mad, and you just acknowledged that you have 7 kids. So send that to the courts. He just acknowledged it. Paternity takes nothing. And hey, they can put a arrest warrant out. You know what I'm saying? If he doesn't do that paternity. So, you know, hopefully things will work out for these women and things get a lot harder for him because people like this just don't get blessed. Leave your thoughts in the comments below and I will see y'all in my next video. Thank y'all for tuning in. Make sure you like this video and subscribe. And I'm going to see y'all in the next one.